And welcome back. This is the second half of the tutorial for how to create photos with my Overcoming Boundaries theme. So the next thing we're going to do is make sure that we get the shadow in. We have this layer right here. Now the next series of steps is going to create another series of layers. There's going to be a lot of layers. Try not to get confused. If you order them properly, it will come out fine. So right here, get the top layer. And before we create the shadow, this little overlap right here is annoying me. So I'm going to get the eraser tool and I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm on that layer and erase it. It doesn't really matter how far up you go. I can go up here if I wanted because you have the color layer on the bottom and it fits in seamlessly. Alright. Now I'm going to go back to the top layer, right click, and I'm going to go to blending options, and I'm going to select drop shadow. First thing I'm going to do is hit anti-alias. Alright, and I'm going to go on screen. You can either mess with the distance and angle, or you can go on screen and just drag the shadow wherever you'd like it. And I'd say about maybe there. Alright, and that looks about right for what I want to do. You can adjust the shadow however you'd like. It's completely up to you. Alright, then I'm going to go to OK. Now the problem with leaving it like this is that it looks like this is just floating on top of the image, which if that's what you're trying to create, that's fine. But I like to go a little further beyond that. So the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to take my bottom square color layer, right click, and I'm going to duplicate it onto this same layer and just paste it on top. And there you go. Now the shadow's gone from here. It's completely on the border. Then we have the outside to deal with. So now I'm going to go back to our border layer. I'm going to select the outside of the box. It won't include the box. And then I'm going to select the black and white layer. I'm going to right click and layer via copy. This one I'm going to put all the way at the top. Now you notice that looks a little off, looks a little strange, and that's okay. We're going to go back to the border layer and select the outside once again. This time though, we're going to go back to our layer 2, which is where the shadow is. We're going to right click and layer via copy once again. Okay, now you notice we have a copy there. You see we have this copy of the layer right there. The only problem with that layer, two problems. One, it's not at the top. It needs to be all the way at the top. So there we go. The other problem is we're trying to eliminate the shadow here and it's not gone. That's easy. You can either just turn it off, or I actually just like to go ahead and delete it. And so there we are. That is the finalization of the Overcoming Boundaries tutorial. And like I said, you can go ahead and do this with just about anything you'd like. Like the dragonfly you saw, if you wanted to do something like that, all you'd have to do is perhaps mess with the opacity a little bit, get it a little lighter like that. See, it'll come up through if that's the sort of thing you like. And remember, as I said before, go ahead and save as a TIFF file, because TIFF is uncompressed JPEG, and it won't be lossy. If you save as JPEG, every time you save a JPEG, it'll slightly lose its quality. So that is the conclusion of the Overcoming Boundaries tutorial. You're welcome to check out my website, RaulFernandezPhotography.com, or join my fan page on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Raul Fernandez Photography. Thank you for watching, and I will place another tutorial on here when I get an opportunity. Thank you, and may God bless you.